Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. This is apropos because this is absolutely perfect weather if you are a Manatee. I mean, let's face it, I guess we can't complain about that. I'm Lieutenant Rich Buey of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Marine Unit. Today, I am joined by other local, state, and federal partners that share the responsibility in protecting the vast waterways of our area and its resources. Let me tell you a little bit about the Jacksonville Marine Unit. We're a 10-person unit that works 365 days a year. We're responsible for enforcement of the laws on the 127 square miles of navigable waterways within Duval County. Each year around this time, we like to make an announcement of our amplified enforcement activity that will take place during the upcoming months on our waterways. This is done in an effort to protect the manatees and to reinforce the importance of boat safety. We will be enforcing the slow speed zones, the manatee zones, and other applicable laws, including boating under the influence. Federal fines range from $93 to $25,000 and up to 6 months in prison under the Endangered Species Act. The United States Fish and Wildlife Service is the principal federal agency responsible for the protection of enforcement activity. In addition to the joint efforts with our partners, in 2022, the JSO Marine Unit conducted 20 joint agency manatee protection deployments. These were done in an effort to ensure that the public is continuously reminded of these manatee zones. In an effort to keep educating our boating community, I encourage you to share the links in your media advisory regarding the manatee and boating safety. Now I'd like to introduce Captain Haney from FWC.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm Captain Mike Haney with Florida Fish and Wildlife. We just want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. Despite the nasty weather, summer is upon us. We've had some beautiful weather lately, and everybody's been out on the water. It's been very busy. We're here to celebrate Safe Boating Week as well as manatee protection. And so the main message for us is we want everybody to get out there and be safe. The last month alone, we've had several pretty serious boating accidents that resulted in some bad injuries. And we've also had quite a few individuals end up arrested for boating under the influence. And so those two incidents often correlate. Boating under the influence is the leading contributing cause in boating accidents, injuries, and fatalities. So with Safe Boating Week here, with the holiday weekend coming up, luckily the nasty weather is supposed to subside by this weekend. So we expect a lot of people out there recreating, enjoying our beautiful waterways in Jacksonville. And the main message is we just want them to do it safely. I'm going to introduce our Public Information Officer, Trevor Hausler, and he's going to speak a little bit more on that.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. I'm Officer Trevor Hausler, Florida Fish and Wildlife. And we just wanted to take this opportunity today and talk to you a little bit about boating safety and the laws that go into that. So like Captain said, we have had a number of boating accidents and BUIs made here in the Jacksonville area. We just want to remind everybody to maintain a proper lookout, 360 degrees visual as well as listening. Listen for horns, listen for motors, listen for other boats out there that could cause a collision. 29% of collisions last year happened because of an improper lookout. You weren't paying attention. So we want to make sure we can eliminate those. Also, 64% of deaths last year in boating were caused by drownings. So life jackets are important, guys. Wear it. It's not good enough to just have it in the hatch in the boat. Make sure you're wearing your life jacket. And again, we will have a zero tolerance on BUIs again this year, as we have in years past. You will face arrest if you're caught boating under the influence. 70% of fatalities last year occurred from operators that did not have formal boating education. So get your boater safety course. It's free. You can get it online at myfwc.com/boating. Get your boater safety card. And another issue we have here in Jacksonville is PWCs. Those are your jet skis, your personal watercrafts. Non-inflatable life jackets on those, guys. Make sure your life jackets are secured and properly fitting. Make sure you're wearing your engine cutoff switch, your lanyard, and make sure that nobody under 14 is operating the jet ski. That's against boating law. Sorry guys, the rain's picking up here a little bit. One more thing is to know where you're going and to have a float plan and let everybody know your family and friends where you're going and where you'll be. That way, if there is a rescue effort, we have a good starting place. Okay, and I'm going to introduce our marine biologist here, Nadia Gordon, and she's going to speak on manatees. Thank you.
Thank you, Trevor, and thank you for this opportunity today. We would like to remind everyone that if you see an injured, dead, or tagged manatee, to please take a photo, short video, and call the FWC dispatch hotline at 888-404-FWCC, which is 3922. Your time makes a difference. Also, this year in Northeast Florida, we have had 9 manatee rescues and 20 manatee carcasses. Of those 20 carcasses, 8 were in Duval County. Your awareness makes a difference. Also, as a reminder, balloons blow, do not let them go. It is illegal in the state of Florida to release 10 or more balloons in a 24-hour period, punishable by a $250 fine. This is because a balloon that is released ends up on the ground or in the water and can kill or injure marine animals. So we want to thank you for making a difference in Florida's fish and wildlife resources. Thank you. And I would like to introduce Nicole Bartlett with Clearwater Marine Aquarium Research Institute, who deals with tagged manatees.
Good morning. We have several tagged manatees in the area. If you see any of them, please make a report to FWC hotline. Also remember, when you're on the water, you're in the manatee's home, so please be a good guest and slow down. If you're in 5 feet or less of water, it's a good idea to not be on a plane, but manatees do like to skip corners and cut through. So just remember to be on the lookout for manatees. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Craig Miller with Jacksonville Zoo.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Craig Miller. I'm the manatee curator at the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, and the zoo has been providing critical care to manatees since 2017, and we've been working with all these great partners you've seen so far. And I just got a scary feeling in my stomach as this log floated by. I swear it was a manatee, and thought we might have another rescue. But we are the only facility in Northeast Florida providing acute care for manatees, and so we have an important role. Feel fortunate to be providing that role there, and we are at the final stages of design of an expansion of our rehab facility. So we'll be able to provide care for a lot more manatees, which is a little scary, but again, it's an important job we're doing, and we're happy to be helping with the great partnership. And speaking of great partners, I want to introduce Dr. Jerry Pinto from Jacksonville University.
Thank you. I'm Jerry Pinto from the Marine Science Research Institute at Jacksonville University. I do aerial surveys, and I can tell you that most of the manatees, we have several hundred that come up here and frequent our waterways during the spring and summer. I'd like to implore the public to pay attention and look out for these animals. They tend to move along the shorelines for the most part. So boat safely in those buffer areas. Make sure you go slow speed, minimum weight, and keep an eye out for them. It helps to wear polarized sunglasses to look for these animals in the water. Sometimes you'll see manatee swirls that their tails make. Sometimes you may even hear the animals. But be careful and watch out for them, watch out for yourselves, and don't speed around tough lines. Another important thing that kills these animals is trash in the water. So as our biologist from FWC said, balloons and things like that are bad. Any kind of plastic, monofilament fishing line, make sure you keep those out of the water and put them in the proper receptacles, because they will kill not just manatees, but all kinds of other wildlife out there. I'd like to introduce from the City of Jacksonville Planning, Eric Hinton, who works with me on manatee protection planning in the county. Eric?
Hi, my name is Eric Hinton. I'm in the Planning and Development Department with the City of Jacksonville. I don't have much to add. You've gotten a lot of good advice. The Planning and Development Department administers the Manatee Protection Plan, and frankly, the success of the plan is entirely due to the efforts of our federal, state, and local partners. And Jacksonville University, represented by Dr. Pinto, has been tremendous help in developing the plan, and we're eternally grateful to all the people who helped make it happen.